And it's just, you can see it in the numbers. It's just a matter of numbers. We are near that inflection.
Is the U.S. economy standing on the precipice of a major inflection point? This is not a question to be dismissed lightly. It's a question that has been asked by none other than the renowned economic visionary, Ray Dalio, the mastermind behind the foundation of Bridgewater Associates. Dalio, with his razor-sharp insights, profound wisdom, and an uncanny ability to decipher the intricate maze of the global economy, isn't just any ordinary analyst. When he issues a warning, it's time to sit up, take notice, and prepare for what may come. So what's the cause for the U.S. economy, it seems, is caught in a turbulent storm, facing two powerful, relentless winds that threaten to destabilize its balance. On one side, there's the escalating debt snowball, a metaphorical avalanche that appears to be picking up pace with each ticking second. This debt accumulation isn't just a minor hiccup. It's a high-speed train that's hurtling down the tracks, gaining momentum and seemingly indestructible. It's like a ticking time bomb ready to explode and cause unprecedented havoc. On the flip side, we have soaring interest rates. These are much like a colossal anchor, weighing down on the economy, restricting its progress, and making it increasingly challenging for the debt train to decelerate. The higher the interest rates soar, the more rapidly the debt snowball expands, thereby creating a destructive cycle that's onerously difficult to halt. Dalio's warning should not be taken lightly. It's like a loud alarm bell shaking us out of our complacency. He's signaling that the U.S. economy is at a pivotal crossroads, a momentous inflection point. It's a point where the road ahead is riddled with uncertainty, with the potential for significant, perhaps even seismic shifts. But what does this all mean? In the realm of economics, an inflection point signifies a point of no return. It's a point where the prevailing trends are so potent that they can't be overturned without a monumental effort and possibly even some discomfort. It's a point where the traditional norms are rendered obsolete and a fresh, innovative direction needs to be charted out. But the question remains, can this trend be reversed, or are we on the brink of a full-scale economic crisis? As we delve deeper into this economic conundrum, we'll strive to untangle the knots of complexities and navigate the potential outcomes. We'll explore the myriad factors play and their potential implications, both for the short-term and long-term future. And we'll attempt to provide a balanced, nuanced perspective on the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. So, buckle up and get ready for an exhilarating journey as we traverse the labyrinth of the U.S. economy, seeking to unravel the mysteries and decode the answers to these urgent questions. This won't be a simple stroll. It will be a roller coaster ride filled with twists and turns as we try to make sense of these complex phenomena. Are you ready? Let's dive in. The debt snowball, a term often used to describe the compounding of America's national debt, has been on a continual upward spiral. Now, what do we mean by debt snowball? Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. As it rolls, it gathers more snow, growing larger and gaining momentum. This is akin to our national debt. As we continue borrowing and accruing interest, the debt becomes larger and harder to manage. This growing snowball of debt has significant implications for the U.S. economy. It's not just about the numbers on a balance sheet, it's about the lives of everyday Americans. As the debt grows, so does the burden on taxpayers. And it's not just about the here and now. This is a burden that will be passed down to future generations, affecting our children and our children's children. The role of high interest rates in this scenario cannot be overstated. High interest rates mean that not only are we paying back what we borrowed, but we're also paying a hefty premium. It's like trying to climb out of a hole, but with each step we take, the hole gets deeper. Recent economic events and figures illustrate the severity of this situation. For instance, in the past few years, we've seen a significant increase in the national debt. At the same time, the Federal Reserve has been hiking up interest rates, making it even more expensive to service this debt. So what does this mean for the U.S. economy? Well, it's like a ticking time bomb. The more the debt grows, the more unstable our economy becomes. It's a cycle that, if left unchecked, could lead to a full-blown economic crisis. As the debt continues to accumulate, the impact on the U.S. economy becomes increasingly profound. This is not a problem that can be swept under the rug. It's a problem that needs to be addressed head-on for the sake of our economy and for the future of our nation. Interest rates, the silent yet potent force, have a significant role in our current economic predicament. Interest rates are like the invisible hand that guides the economy. They control how much we pay for our mortgages, car loans, and even how much we earn on our savings. But their impact extends far beyond individual financial decisions. They play a pivotal role in the broader economy, influencing business investment, government borrowing, and the overall health of the financial system. In recent years, the Federal Reserve has been navigating a tricky balancing act. On one hand, it needs to keep interest rates low to stimulate economic growth. But on the other hand, it needs to raise rates to keep inflation in check and prevent the economy from overheating. This delicate balance has become even more challenging in light of our growing national debt. You see, when the government borrows money, it has to pay interest on that debt. The higher the interest rate, the more expensive it becomes to service this debt. As interest rates rise, the cost of borrowing increases, and so does the burden of our national debt. The snowball effect is real, and it's rolling downhill at an alarming speed. Furthermore, high interest rates can discourage businesses from borrowing and investing, which can slow down economic growth. They can also make it more expensive for consumers to borrow, potentially leading to a decrease in spending and a slowdown in the economy. But it's not all doom and gloom. High interest rates can also have positive effects. For savers, higher interest rates mean higher returns on savings accounts and other investments. And for the economy as a whole, they can help keep inflation in check, preventing the economy from overheating and potentially sparking a recession. However, the key is balance. Interest rates that are too high can stifle growth and exacerbate debt problems, while interest rates that are too low can fuel inflation and create asset bubbles. The Federal Reserve's challenge is to find the sweet spot, the optimal interest rate that promotes stable, sustainable economic growth. In the end, it's a delicate dance, a complex interplay of economic factors that requires careful management and foresight. In a climate of high interest rates, the burden of debt becomes even more challenging to manage. But with the right policies and strategies, we can navigate these choppy economic waters and steer our economy towards a brighter future. Every inflection point brings with it a crisis or an opportunity. So what does this inflection point mean for the U.S. economy? As we delve into this question, we find ourselves at the brink of two distinct paths. One path leads us into a full-scale economic crisis. This could mean a deep recession with high unemployment rates, businesses closing down, and people struggling to make ends meet. The debt snowball propelled by high interest rates might continue to grow, burdening the economy with obligations that are increasingly difficult to fulfill. But let's not forget that the same coin has another side. The other path leads us to a world of opportunities for economic reform and growth. This inflection point could serve as a wake-up call, a catalyst for profound change. It could encourage us to rethink the way we manage our economy, to question the sustainability of our financial systems, and to innovate solutions that are more resilient and equitable. This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the moment to shift from an economy driven by debt and short-term gains to an economy that is sustainable, inclusive, and oriented towards long-term prosperity. It could be the moment to rethink our economic models, to embrace new technologies, and to invest in sectors that are essential for our future, such as renewable energy, education, and healthcare. Indeed, this inflection point could be the spark that ignites a wave of innovation and entrepreneurship. It could spur us to create jobs that are not only sustainable but also meaningful, jobs that contribute to the well-being of our society and our planet. But remember, the path we take is not predestined. It is a choice that we as a society need to make consciously and collectively. Do we let this inflection point lead us into a crisis, or do we seize it as an opportunity to reform and grow? As we stand on this economic crossroads, the choices we make now will determine the future of the U.S. economy.